And welcome back to Progressive Watch. So for this next story, I had to cross-reference this on a couple other sites such as Reuters and CNN because when I first heard it, I just could not believe that this story had happened and that Indiana had done this. So coming from the Common Dreams, Indiana Republican Governor Mike Pence signed into law a controversial piece of legislation that gives legal cover under the guise of religious liberties to any business or individuals who wish to violate anti-discrimination laws. So it's known as the Religious Freedom Restoration Act, and specifically what it does is, and it's similar to the Arizona bill that almost passed last year, but it was vetoed by Jan Brewer, is it allows someone to discriminate and not allow you into their business if they don't feel you meet their standards. So for instance, if you're Muslim and you go into a Christian store and they find that to be against their religious liberties, well, what they can do is say, no, get out. Or another pragmatic example, if you're a homosexual and you try to have, and you want to go to a Christian bakery or someone who is of Christian faith making your cake, and you ask them to make the cake for you, they can be like, no, I don't want you. That goes against my religious liberties. Now, I want to change the words from homosexual to Muslim, and I want to change that to black. I want to change that word to black right there, and I want to see how angry so many people in Indiana would be that this piece of legislation would be passed, because really, this is a form of discrimination, much like discriminating against other races. It's something it's horrendous. It's what they believe, and you're taking it away from them, and you are saying that that is wrong. The bill goes on to talk about that it prohibits a government entity from substantially burdening a person's exercise of religion unless there is a compelling government interest. So this is BS. Don't even listen to this. Basically, they can do whatever they want under the Religious Liberties Act as long as it's a specific religion and it does not meet their protocol. So it's not completely clear where the boundaries lie, but as Mothers Jones puts it, an employer who refused to hire Jewish employees could cite his religious beliefs as a defense against discrimination lawsuits. So could, let's say, a landlord who refused to rent to Muslims or a business that refused to serve atheists. So those 5 examples, 2 that I gave you and 3 from here, basically tell it all out. It's basically another draconian law that's going to push us back to the 1950s and discriminate against people. I'm absolutely baffled that we're in 2015 and something like this is being passed. I mean, how does this make us look to the rest of the world? I mean, to Europe, we just must seem so draconian, so backwards, so horrible. To pass something like this in 2015, it's mind-boggling to think about. And I mean, sure, there's some developing countries, but honestly, we mirror those developing countries in many respects with legislation such as this. If we really want to have some sort of progression, I think it's critical that this doesn't happen. But Indiana is certainly going backwards, and I'm very disappointed in this piece of legislation. I hope this was insightful, guys, and please subscribe and please comment. Thank you so much, guys.